and how we commute, or at least the options available, could be changing here in Birmingham. The City Council is reconsidering its transportation code, and doing so could increase the number of cabs operating in the city and allow for ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft. ABC 3340's Lauren Walsh joins us live from 5 Points South. And Lauren, why are these changes being considered now?
Well, Nora, the goal is to add for more options and accessibility to transportation here in Birmingham. You go to a lot of big cities, you go on your smartphone, you click on an app, and you have a ride within minutes. Well, changes to the transportation code could allow for that same experience here in the Magic City. Calls for a cab in Birmingham about 5 times a week.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, depending on the time of the year and the season and everything and stuff, that you can get a good cab and everything. Sometimes you have to wait for too long.
That wait time could go down if the number of taxis on the street goes up. Birmingham City Councilwoman Kim Rafferty is working to do just that. She chairs the Transportation Committee.
We have 12 companies total in the city, 9 owners. Some of those companies only have 3 cabs. That really, to me, is not a transportation company.
Rafferty is proposing changing the city code to require taxi companies in Birmingham to have at least 20 vehicles.
And we would give them a timeline because it does take time to build the revenue and acquire the cars. But if you're going to be in the transportation business, you need to invest in your business.
Silver Cab has only been in business 4 months. Owner Mohammed Harb sees a high demand.
It's a growing city. Birmingham is a growing city. The population is increasing every day, and more people are learning not to drive and drink, and so there is a lot of demand.
Harb has 5 taxis now and supports Rafferty's proposal to require 20 cars.
You know, to be able to run this business right, you need enough cabs, you know, to handle the calls coming in. And
Rafferty also wants to modify the transportation code to allow for more transportation apps like Uber or Lyft. She says safety will be top priority, and the companies will have to agree on some regulations.
Birmingham market will benefit from any growth, any morphing, modification, evolution in the transportation industry, but it takes 2. All we can do is write a code to help guide how they conduct business, but they have to come here and actually conduct the business.
You may remember Uber tried to come to Birmingham last summer, but the company would not agree to the city's regulations for ride-sharing companies. Councilor Rafferty told me that as recently as 3 weeks ago, she spoke to both Uber and Lyft at a conference. She's still working with the companies to try to create a code that everyone can agree on. Nora?
Well, Lauren, we've also been told that Rafferty also wants all taxi companies to have some sort of app available for smartphones.
She does, and Silver Cab told me actually expanding to 20 vehicles will help in its ability to create a great app and dispatch office. And there are already some cab companies in Birmingham that have an app so you can click on it and get that ride and make it more convenient for you.
Makes it super handy. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren Walsh in Birmingham. Well, does the Magic City need this type of service? Would you use Uber if it were allowed to operate here? Dave is at the big board to start the conversation this afternoon. And Dave, what are people saying?
Yeah, Nora, a lot of folks say this is a good idea. They've tried it and they like it. For instance, Elise says the experience I've had with Uber as an Atlanta resident has been great. It's often as cheap or cheaper as a cab, but much more reliable. Kathy says, while in Atlanta, I used Uber and a regular cab service. Uber was the best in my personal experience. Daniel says, where's the story? Please bring Uber to Birmingham. It's our cake to fight this and not have the wonderful service that would lower DUIs here. Plus, it would add to the tax base and give people jobs. How can anyone be against it? Lauren says, I've used Uber in other cities with no issues. On one trip, the driver drove the wrong way, and I contacted Uber. They pulled my trip, saw that I had gone the wrong way, and refunded the money. It was easy, convenient, and a lot less expensive than a taxi. But Thomas says Uber banned drivers and passengers from carrying guns, so no, he would not use them. But there also, Nora, is a little bit of a hurdle there. Many people just feel like it's too much to get in a personal car with a stranger. So a lot of folks not ready to get over that yet.
Well, I mean, I'm going to sound like the old lady here, but I can certainly understand that.
Sure.
But at the same time, everyone I know that's tried it loves it.
Right, exactly.
And we got a lot of praise for it on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Dave.
join the discussion.